with steady improvement, and a man called Snacks standing behind him. We've got everything other than Inferno in Nuke. We play all 5 of the rest, and we start right here on Mirage.
And we start right here with the duel. He's getting aggressive right out of the gate. Maden's gonna have a chance. Exile turn to the corner. This is everything to start. Exile backs away. A little bit of an engagement. Stalemate for the moment. Maden gonna step up. He's gonna swing. The dualies get the kill. Exile falls, and that's the lurk. Now towards the A-bomb site. D-Huz got one in middle, and all of a sudden it's a one-prong attack for Cloud9.
Pistol rounds didn't go super well for Cloud9 in their quarterfinal versus FaZe, but they were still able to pull back an incredible defensive effort. They're no stranger to being behind in these situations, though, because of that, and they're going to try and fight back. Bomb still gets planted. Nafany, all on his own, and able to shoot upward, might be able to catch one more, but he was being surrounded, and it's going to be Snacks with the kill. Snappy on the defuse, and it's to start out this best of 5 with the first round.
Yeah, they did a great job getting aggressive at underpass, getting aggressive in middle, and making sure 2 of the lurkers, 2 of the other sides of that attack just were never going to be put into play. And once that happens, they can play so passive at the A-bomb site. They don't have to worry about anything. They can let Cloud9 commit themselves to the bomb site, and they've got them right where they want them. Good pistol from ENCE. Plant, though, is going to help Cloud9 moving forward. An extra $800 infused across the team. They can buy here if they want. We're going to get a small, slight tech delay, as you can see. Snacks talking through a sound issue.
Yep, sounds like, yeah, something about levels. He's certainly letting the admins know that there's some sort of issue and feedback, so they'll get that covered off, make sure that everything's fine. If I were to guess, just based on looking at what he was saying, there's white noise pumped into the over-ears above the in-ears for obvious reasons, so crowd can't give too much away, so they can't hear us necessarily in the arena with us on the PA system. And it sounds like maybe the white noise is almost too loud, because he was kind of saying, hey, can we get this turned down?
Yeah, he's like, bro, I can't hear anything.
All I hear is snow.
Well, 1-0 start for ENCE. I mean, this is going to be such an interesting matchup. Cloud9 has shown great resilience through some of the adversity they've had to get here through the quarterfinals, through the semifinals, taking that map 1 loss yesterday before finally being able to overcome big in the second and third maps. ENCE as well, just no quit in this team. They've been the same way. These 2 teams head-to-head is going to be absolutely wild.
There's the fan section. Tank Tops back out.
Hey, turn that Flom sign around. I like the other one better.
Yeah. It's good to have a little fun in the crowd already. It's great to be back in North America as well. It's been 3 long years since we were here in Dallas, and even New York was a distant memory at this point in 2019. And
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that, maybe. Maybe get rid of Mirage instead.
I like that one. That one's good. Hobbit is my king. We take it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love what you said at the start of this as well about Hobbit, the airport, saying these guys are the real deal. He has to be the leader. He's the guy that's won a major with the former Gambit roster. There he is. He knows what it takes, and he's you know, the oldest on this team, the most experienced in so many ways, and the most mature, you would say, outside of the server to keep a level head. So we do see him every now and then rubbing his, eyebrows when rounds go wrong, and the exhales, the stress, but he's the one that needs to keep this team grounded.
And through a lot of the stretches that they've had in their various stage games to get to this point, Hobbit's been the one performing the best in the server as well, the most reliable in terms of his numbers, in terms of statistically within the game of Counter-Strike. But that voice, that veteran voice, that experienced voice, being able to just tell the guys, don't worry, it's going to take time, it's going to take patience, but we're going to get there. And finally, this is their date with Destiny, now on the big stage in Dallas, now competing for the IEM trophy, going up against ENCE as well. And we touched on it also. ENCE has had such an incredible rise, but the one thing they've missed through all this impressive run in 2022 is actually getting over that and winning a championship themselves. So both of these teams, incredible performances, incredible showings, and we've been waiting for one of them to snag a trophy, and they got to go head-to-head.
Well, it looks like the headset is back on for Snacks, and he will rejoin the server, so did have to completely leave and reset a config issue or something along those lines audio-wise. Once he's satisfied, we'll get straight back into it. And no, they're not allowed to talk, obviously, during a tech, but I assume right now they're testing the audio, and that's why Snappy's looking over at him and
having a little chat.
Yeah, making sure it all works.
In the world.
So we'll make sure he's happy, but yeah, Cloud9 needs to keep quite literally the head out of the clouds and not get too carried away with this crowd either, because there is such thing as positive tilt as well.
Yeah, the emotion
too far ahead of yourself, you lose one round and all of a sudden it just stings. And the wind comes out of the crowd, the wind comes out of the team. You got to make sure you're able to compose yourself in that as well.
I thought we might have seen like a small element of that yesterday as well, dropping that first map to big in the semifinals, and you think the emotional high that you're riding on when you overcome FaZe in the quarterfinals, and all of a sudden, to a certain degree, you feel like you've accomplished a goal, you feel like you've won an event, but it's just the quarterfinals. It took them a little bit of a map to like settle down and get into things. And obviously they performed very well the following 2 maps afterwards.
It's funny, I see Sheldon out there with his own self-made Cloud9 shirt. Every bit of merchandise that Cloud9 had here at ESL is gone, right? They're back. Jack's got to be absolutely loving this. He's obviously here in the crowd as well, getting this team over here to a North American event right away, and what an event. This is really it. This is them taking that step that we wanted. I mean, all event, Jason, we were looking for a narrative. What can we talk about after the major, after FaZe has just been killing everyone?
Yep.
We want a contender. Not only did we get a contender, they knocked them out. Cloud9 has taken the step in the best possible way that they could.
And this, I mean, the cool thing about Cloud9 making it to this stage and actually proving it is we know this is a team that can be a contender at every event moving forward. This isn't like a one-off event. We've just been waiting for them to take this step. So it's really, really awesome to see. ENCE as well. I mean, it's awesome seeing them. I mean, the ability for this team to kind of adapt with Snacks inside the roster, losing Spinks, who's been a revelation, who's been one of the best players of this year, certainly the best player for ENCE themselves, and to have to take that player out and plug someone new in had to be really painful. That had to be a kind of a worrying concept when they were going over the list of who they could bring in.
It's interesting, you know, you land on Snacks as well, because I mean, it's so sick that he's back.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, we had the Imperial, now we're getting the nostalgia, the blast from the past.
Even the heavy Cloud9 crowd is like, we want Snacks too.
I mean, yeah, and all of this nostalgia all at once with, again, C9 tank tops, but it's, you know, he wasn't really doing much, Snacks. Yes, he's been playing on a few different teams here and there, but lower level tournaments, not really making his presence known on the big stage anymore, and certainly in the headlines as he used to, and they pick him. Sure, experienced player. You're like, okay, that could work maybe, but you don't know what
we haven't even seen him really. Yeah. There's been no flirting to get back onto the stage, but he's just so happy to be here. I've talked to him a couple of times throughout the event. He's just always got a big smile on his face, just straight up happy to be back, as most people are. Yes, Dallas. Get it going, baby.
Warm it up. Viking chant in there. Filling up as well. I mean, early start compared to what we normally do in Europe. We normally don't start finals till 3, but obviously to accommodate all time zones, still just after 11 a.m. here, and the crowd's pretty packed out.
Yeah, so. Nothing quite like brunch in Counter-Strike. Best meal of the day.
Just about ready to go, whatever Snacks decides. So pistol round, as you saw, went away from them, to them and away from Cloud9. Nafny trying to do what he could late. Won't get too into detail until I know the headset's fully working and we're back underway, but obviously Jason with a bomb plant. We can kind of read into where this might go. Yeah,
well, it'll be interesting because they can make that decision if they want to go, if they want to chill in this round and go for some kind of a third round buy, just get the rifles out early. I mean, that extra 800 bucks is going to be huge for everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, ENCE, the airport is calling.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, they have something to say about it for sure. I like what the desk mentioned as well, just the Snacks being such an X factor. I mean, that's what he's always been throughout his career. A guy who's changed the nature of the game, changed the way the game can be played. He's been absolutely stellar throughout his career. So we're getting word, Dallas, that the issues are resolved. Snacks has rejoined the server. One last time, before we get this game underway and take the pause out, in the crowd, do we have any ENCE fans with us? And let me hear you Cloud9 fans. Perfect. Tech pause is finished. We're back into the game. Round number 2. Pistol round goes to ENCE. It's 1-0, and we are going to get that second round bye because of the plant we just mentioned. Galil's AK-47s picked up. Tech 9 on Nafny. Just a slight bit of utility. Keep your eye on that and how they try and activate the players.
The issue is that he was losing sound intermittently for 1 second at a time. That's been fixed. Dia absolutely slaughters Nafny top side of middle as he jumps in behind the box. And he's not done there. Rotates back over, tries to be dynamic, has to fall off the stairs, but it's Maden that's able to follow up and take down Hobbit as well. So early round bye, as you say, normally these AKs, they can surprise. They have the ability to get those long-range engagements early in the exchange. Didn't even get any shots off, really.
Yeah, not if Dia pins you to the wall right as you jump towards the boxes at top mid. That's a disgusting shot. That shut down Cloud9 real quick. interz and Shiro, the only two remaining. And man, this buy has fallen flat. It has yielded absolutely nothing. Bomb is dropped at top A ramp. Here's that shot from Diha. Oh. That's brutal. This one as well, smoke up in towards Palace. He wants to be aggressive. You can see Cloud9 starting to make their way up the ramp to challenge into the bomb site, but they didn't even get to that position. 1 minute left in the round.
Yeah, bomb being guarded pretty heavily by Hades, knows that it's just outside by Tetris, no one to smoke that off. Doesn't want to overextend. Meanwhile, looking for perhaps another point of entry. Perhaps for interz a chance to switch over to the weapons. I believe it was an AK that went down there, but he's already pushed up more aggressively. 35 seconds. If they can get an early pick, if somehow, oh, he's looked away at the wrong time. Now they know he's there at least, but everyone's going to turn their attention because they're working in pairs in unison, and down goes Shiro as interz turns back, manages to find at least one in the round, but flashed up. No push on that. Thought they might, but window's going to be a problem for him as well.
Nicely done from Diha as well, making himself a small target, tucking himself face into the corner. 2 kills for him in the round. Survives also. ENCE only lose 1. 2-0. Opening map of the Grand Finals. Desk thinks we're going to at least 4.
Oh, I think at least. This has 5 written all over it. Not least of which because you've got 2 teams playing extremely well and overachieving compared to what we have seen from them. But also you've got the element of a stand-in, which is, you know, it makes it hard to play against, but it's also iffy, and we have an experience in these situations. Sure, ENCE has been in a few finals, but someone's going to fumble at some point as well, which will probably cause a map to go the way it shouldn't. And yeah, I think this is a 5-er. I think we go all 5 in this one. Maden doesn't want that, though. He's not going to allow that to happen at all. He's going to kill it in with Nafny going down. Dia closes out on Hobbit, clean and concise, and it's 3 for ENCE.
Yeah, money's built up for ENCE pretty quickly here. Cloud9's got to be a little bit worried about that. AK-47 is going to be picked up across the board. Shiro had money for an op. It would have been glass cannon, so he goes away from it. Let's see what they can bring to the table. Slow and methodical team. They tried to kind of get some pace into that second round bye. It obviously failed. Here with all the utility they could possibly want, I expect they go back to that methodical, patient play we know them for.
Early Molotov toward A main. Won't allow Hobbit to go any further toward the site, try and find a pick. Meanwhile, those shots down, Nafny finally gets one that goes his way. Smartly gets back as well, because a nade would have put him down 18 HP, but able to at least sustain a pick. That's nearly pulled back, though. Good find by Maden through the smoke. Hits Shiro down to 10.
A lot of multi-kill potential, but look at Hobbit sneaking out. This is a good position to be in. Maden still being aggressive at the top of the stairs. 80's going to drop a smoke, trying to delay things as much as possible. Shiro and Nafny, the low HP players, both back at A ramp, letting Hobbit be the forward position. Here's the mistake they're waiting for. There's the patience. There's the pause. And Hobbit builds upon the opening kill, 5-on-3. Maden has really no backup. Snax is just rotating over now, but he doesn't have a play to make.
Trying to get up close to Nafny, 18 HP as we said, but he's able to pop down and take the headshot cleanly. interz does the same. Now we're getting the response from Cloud9 in their first full gun round, although we did have that early purchase in round number 2. It's on Snappy, 1-on-5, kit in his hand, but let's just look for exit kills, I think, for him at this point in time. Maybe update and upgrade that Galil with 5 AKs currently in possession of the C9 side. It's not going to happen, I don't think.
No, not at all. He's just going to chill, let this bomb explode. Nothing to really do, and he's in a point of no danger, really. Nobody close by, nobody hunting yet from the Cloud9 side. They don't have the cash for it, so good first round. I mean, you got to give props over to Nafny. The opening kill, a follow-up on Maden on top of the stairs as well. Nafny throughout these playoffs has just been sheer impact. Not the volume that Exile and Shiro put up, sometimes even Hobbit, but in terms of the impact frags, being in the right place at the right time, getting the opening kill that they need, this is a good start for him to make sure that ENCE can't go on any kind of a run to start this map.
Nafny, as well, as we said, was able to swing out. Maden was not ready for that close peek, didn't hear the jump across. Exile and Shiro as well, having an amazing tournament respectively. That's phenomenal. Been such a key for the success of Cloud9. And here's Hades trying to find an op shot down mid. They're going to boost up 2, in fact. So 2 players going, Snax included, toward the ladder room and catwalk respectively. That's going to try and hold the close smokes so that they can't pursue any quick stance of mid and therefore split the A side early. As a result of this, though, look at the defensive setup.
Yeah, heavy lean. A little bit of a read coming in from ENCE at the moment. It's not the correct one. Cloud9 just Playing a similar kind of round as they did previously. This time, no opening kill. Napton's not nearly as aggressive. Smoke to allow him safety to cross, making sure the catwalk angle is taken away. And he's going to work in tandem with Exile from underpass to take mid control. But they've got a surprise waiting for them on ladder room.
Shot out, Exile. Absolutely right, though. He finds the opener. Snax gets caught in that vent position, but they're not aware. The AWP is also there. And now Exile knows he's got to go. He's got to make a play. Luckily, he's got players inside of the A site already, taking down the players that would have been able to catch him out, but he's still found by that AWP he was searching for. Dia, long shot onto Shiro, and now just 1-on-3. Knows information for 2, but how close is Hades? He knows. He's smart. He's ahead of it, and he's got this in a winnable situation with 20 HP, but will he read this flank from Snappy?
He didn't pick up the bomb. That's the crazy part. He's going to have to go back forward. He's going to have to go right back into the flank. Snappy is already up.
He sees it. He sees it. Snappy knows. He's just going to hold this position. Snappy wins this now, and Hobbit overthinks it. He doesn't know it's a flank. He thinks he's trying to catch off a rotator, and you're right. He was too far forward in the battle to get that bomb on the way by.
He had a chance to grab it, but I think with the low HP, I think he's hoping to catch Snappy out on a rotation, an awkward fight, and an awkward timing that Snappy just didn't expect, but it wasn't there. Coming back for the bomb, the trap is sprung. ENCE respond immediately. They lose the AWP. They lose 4 weapons as well. Money's still going to be low, and Cloud9's going to buy again.
And this was what changed it. The I mean, coming out of Palace, you got the kills inside of the site, but Exile then turns around to go back for it. If he wins that kill at Connector, they might actually still pull off the round, because then they don't have to worry about this position from Hobbit taking down 2. And yeah, he had no idea where he was. Snappy was well positioned on that one.
You could see the angle in the replay as well. Hades looking at the low angle, just holding it at the bottom of the stairs, and Hobbit peaked up a little bit higher than he expected. Couldn't adjust in time. Similar kind of opening again. Napton and Exile towards middle, working in tandem to take control. Challenge at a ramp, that's against an open. Hobbit's going to be punished. Napton needs a rebuttal, but he doesn't have it in him.
Shiro trying to find a pick, though skill, but gets caught up above. Second time he's gone with the confidence of fully peeking up those stairs, and he gets traded out from Palace, but Palace needs to be more aware of that position.
Cloud9 losing all their engagements. ENCE able to shut him down. Overwhelming aggression. interz is the only one left, and you can see on the map, they know exactly where he is. They know what position he plays on this T side. 1 versus 4. ENCE looking to have a really, really nice start to Mirage, a really nice start to these grand finals. They didn't spot each other. I think interz has an idea. Ooh, Snax doesn't want to mess with it. He's going to peek back up. Oh, the worst game imaginable. You hate this. Snax is going to win it. 5-1.
So a 71% win rate for Cloud9 on Mirage. Only 7 maps played, though. There we go. At least he's creative. But 55% on 20 maps for ENCE, and it's their pick in this series, and so far it shows. CT sides have definitely been the strength, in my opinion, for Cloud9 in these playoffs. But that doesn't excuse them not getting rounds now, so they're going to have to pull this together soon, early in the half, and it's a timeout called as a result of that.
Makes sense as well. Groove wants to have a conversation. Getting the boys to calm down, stop being stressed. Don't think about the scoreboard. Still plenty of time to adapt, plenty of time to find the solution. That solution might be run and gun. Light investment into the round. Light investment, but a dangerous one. 5 Tech-9s. Plenty of utility. And everyone from Cloud9 lining up outside the A-bomb site.
Set play coming in as well.
Maden's in trouble.
Yeah, he might be. Hades flashed off, didn't see the first one cross either, but he's certainly not going to move. They haven't gone to it. They didn't run that direction. The opshot keeps them locked in towards interz, and it's not going to yield anything at all. Shiro just wants to die. Manages 1 kill at least, but he'll get put down immediately after. And the winning continues for Ed, 6-1.
Yeah, that seemed a bit disorganized. Seemed like Cloud9, I mean, obviously Hades with the pick kind of throws that to hell, but they wanted to attack towards the wall of smokes they put up, push through with the flashbang, and attack towards top con, attack towards jungle, and they just get picked apart on the way in. And unfortunately for them, that was such a dominant round from ENCE's defense, they didn't spot the switch up, the change. Snax has an AWP as well, so double op set up for the CT side. ENCE feeling real confident. Snax over towards the B-bomb site with his op. Obviously, we've seen Hades be very mobile towards window, towards ladder room, and we've seen him at the A-bomb site a couple times as well.
Ball flash for underpass to make sure that they can clear that. Not uncommon that you can get aggressive in middle and they'll sit back and slow the play a little bit. Snacks, you're right though, this secondary op could be a huge problem for them.
Well, I mean, the question too is, you know, Snappy's up there with him, but Snack's gonna have that deep angle with the AWP. Snappy's there just for kind of comfort, right? But at some point, they're gonna say, okay, Snacks has information deep into B halls. I don't need to be here. That's a resource we can shift over towards mid, over towards the A bomb site if we feel that part of the map is under pressure, especially when this attack starts coming in, when Cloud9 start moving across the map. 1 minute left.
Run boost mid, smoke already out. Flash not well timed, but doesn't matter. Nafany's safe behind the boxes this time. Back to the start when he didn't quite make that jump look so easy. He got killed in the process. Still hanging out toward connector. Has Dia on the other side. And takes an aid, but goes down just to 83, and he's about to have company as well.
It's actually Snacks that rotated off, not Snappy. They put the op in towards window room, but that's blocked off. He's gonna have to hustle back to the B-bomb site. Dia, first contact. It goes wrong. It goes south for Maden as well. B-bomb site in trouble, but they've got 2 defenders here.
And one of them is the AWP they haven't yet seen. They know now where he fired from, but they aren't ready to face him because Snappy still holds the angle below. And Axel's patience pays off. Hobbit's got Hades down, so it is all Snacks. Switches from the op onto the Tech-9. He knows he's got to be up close, and he's got to get personal. 11 seconds. If he holds off the plant somehow, he might have a chance in this. They have to go to it 6 seconds, but Axel gets the kill instead.
He almost had that. He almost had that second kill with the close-range Tech-9. That would have been something unique. Something unique that only Snacks can bust out. 6-2. That round almost slipped away from Cloud9. They get the opening kills, but the ops start ringing out. Hades with one, Snacks with the other. Long range, and that was close. Axel with an important frag at the end. Still, double op setup for ENCE. They like that. They go right back into it, but that's all the cash that they have in reserves. 4 players on $0 after this round. Critical for the defense to hold on here.
Speculative shots from Hobbits. Oof, that just basically told them, yeah, throw an 8 at me, boys. It's fine. Oh, and he gets caught. Oh, his own doing as he fires, and then everything gets thrown at him. They catch him in transition. Snappy caught in transition, however, in the B site. Does at least get Maden coming back toward Catwalk to cover off the ensuing kill, but interz is following up on that. It Snacks again. With the secondary op, interz has got him down. He was not aware to come through the smoke. It's Dia that wants to play on both sides of it. He knows a Molotov's gone deep, and that's exactly the signaling he needs to go back out. 7-2 for ENCE.
Yeah, but I mean, ENCE using the Dia to smoke so well. That smoke towards market window missed its mark. It gave Snacks a little bit of a one-way over the top right. That was a perfect shot, an easy shot for him to help recover this round, and obviously at the end playing between the smokes to get the final kill. Dia able to shut down Shiro. Would have never expected that. 7-2, and that's important. ENCE hold on to the money, ENCE hold on to the advantage, and they hold on to both AWP.
Some chat in behind them. Definitely a slower start than Cloud9 would have wanted. Shake it off. It's a long series.
Started slow yesterday as well. Lost the first map of their semifinal before recovering. The dominant third map on Ancient. That's a third map in this series as well, so we're definitely heading there, and Cloud9's got to be happy about that. But at the moment, all thoughts on Mirage, all thoughts on finding the weakness in this defense, down 5.
Short again, Snacks. Not quite capable that time. Checking close. He's going to get tagged up. Took it on the shin, goes down to 69, backs away as well because he could hear some footsteps below him.
Snappy with tons of information, pushed way, way up. Deep smoke as well. He's just saying, guys, chill. They're in your direction. I feel no pressure. Snacks is frisky in the early going of this game.
I love it. I love it. I love that he brings this secondary op into the play for them as well, and making things awkward.
Dia's loving that fight. You called it out a few rounds back. That's like the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him just swing to the top of the stairs, look down a ramp. He finds one at Palace this time. And now Hades can be put into play. Ooh, yikes.
Just shoots over the shoulder, not quite landing. Sees that they've gotten a little bit further up inside of the connector. He's going to swing to get an angle. He knows he can hold it, gets the second player an axe out. Ooh, and he's not aware, though, maybe, that that was a second player. He may have thought that was the same body, but Dia's going to put those bodies down. Okay, Shiro. 16 HP. Headshot as he ran by. Gun grab of Maden. Too quick on the case and won't let him get momentum. It's 8-2.
Yeah, but this is pretty decent damage, economically speaking, for Cloud9. Even in a loss, 3 kills in the round, they're going to be pleased with that one. Good investment from them. Op is out in the hands of Shiro. Still, Cloud9 has gotten to the point, I think, twice in this game so far where they could have reset the money events, and this is how they're going to claw back in and close the gap on the scoreboard, but they're not able to get over that hump. They're not able to win that important round that would finally give them the advantage to take some momentum forward. 8-2 in the favor of ENCE. Single up now. Snax doesn't have his any longer.
So he hits the smoke, but did that also affect his jump? Because Snax falls down despite trying to go for the fence grab of mid.
Yeah, but Homeboy is so good at improvising, he's going to be fine with it, even if it's not what he wanted.
Well, he'll hold it. He's down there. It's going to be a contest. We've seen this flash for the peak a few times, but not in this case because Axile's already thrown that flash and no one's there with him. Snax sees it. Has to get out of the hallway now. He knows it's linear. Tucks himself in. Smoke down. Axile just doing everything. Oh, this is even better, Snax. Doesn't run away. He makes it look and appear as though he has with the safety in his own smoke, but he wants more of this.
Snax is a crazy, crazy man. Pulls the ripcord, he's out. No one there to punish from mid. Run boost is going to go over the scope of Hades. He might have spotted an ankle.
He saw the gun barrel too. He saw the AK go past the wall. He knows what they've done. Immediately, you can see his mouth moving. He's communicated that, so they're fully aware now that they have someone toward top side of middle. And Hades also aware there's a timer on his safety with that smoke down. Snax has given up the underpass. He knew there was a player there. He also has to relocate in this position.
This is the final smoke events, the final tool they have to slow things down. Cloud9 have played this so patiently that running out of utility is the defense. Zeta, again, first contact, but it's Nafany to open things up. The man with fantastic impact does it again here in round 11.
Snax in the corner, though. He's going to hold the first one easily. Low HP. Snappy's got the savior. He tries to turn it around, though, because they're also coming in from the apartments, and Snappy holding in the jail cell. Not sure which way to look. Tries to play the safe side, but they're both going to wrap on him, and he's not ready for it. Couldn't cover the angle. Hobbit gets the kill. And Cloud9 finally get a third round.
Yeah, this is the one they needed. That's the knockout punch to take the wind out of ENCE. No money left in the bank for the CT side. They're gonna have to buy what they can. They're gonna be saving too no matter what. So investing, Maden's bought down to $100, Snappy down to 50, Deagles and Armor's being picked up. And Cloud9 with the chance to go on a bit of a run of their own. Cloud9 yet to string 2 rounds together. This should be the first time they can pull it off. And Shiro knows it, knows he's got an advantage, and he's already peeking up into that A bomb site. He wants to see information. This is a long time for the op to be in position. Interz, he's going to cover an AK-47 as it moves forward to take space. Hades rotating back around as well.
Exile already aware of the positions. Top of connector. Again, he has had free reign of that. They're not going to allow it this time. Oh, jump on through. Big transition. That's as scary as you like. The monster in the closet comes pouncing out right by Exile. He was in the reload because he thought, well, my teammates got the position, but now that smoke is going to be a nuisance because Exile is forced to contend with this, and it's going to buy time. He tries to get away, but eventually is revealed. Have they revealed? Oh, he sees the foot. He saw it. I was going to say, as they revealed that there's more inside of middle, and finally Exile goes down. Interz is there, at least, to make good on it.
Maden couldn't land the shots. He's the last one remaining for ENCE. Cloud9, that slow progression into the A bomb site. He might just want to back away with Armor, save this Deagle for the next round because ENCE probably shouldn't be investing anything moving forward into round 13. Cloud9 close the gap. They're going to get up to 4.
Still trying with that Deagle at range. He knows that the money is tight for Cloud9, so take anything out of their hands now. Beneficial. They're not going to overextend on that. They know it's just a Deagle. There's not much need for it. Sure, he's got armor. He can upgrade. Fine. They just want to keep their economy going because still quite a few rounds left in this half. Start round 12 with an 8-4 score. To get 3 more in a row, Cloud9, to make this 8-7. Every single half they played against FaZe in the quarter was 8-7, so that is definitely winnable for them.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about winning 2 in a row is this kind of settles things down, settles the team down, and you can start really focusing on the game plan. Groove's had to call 2 timeouts to get him into this position. Another round should be relatively straightforward for Cloud9. Maden's the only one with armor. 2 Deagles picked up, and that's it for ENCE. Snappy and Maden. Cloud9 opening this round with their default spread. We've seen it a number of times. Exile into the underpass. Nafany far back in mid looking for any kind of aggression, and there's a little bit there as you can see Maden pushing up. Hobbit, Shiro, and Interz. Oh, Jesus.
Wow. That's the shot they wanted. Oh, he's done damage as well. Exile on 60, so not as bad as it could have been with that Deagle staring him down, but it's a good start for ENCE. That's the gun that was saved. Working in pairs, they rotate back across the map as well. 2 toward middle and 2 coming in through the vents. Snax is going to go hunting right now as well.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the weapon for it, though, does he? Shiro spotted it out.
No, I seem to remember Snax being pretty decent with a USB.
Now he gets an AK and head armor. That ain't never going to work for Snax. There goes Hades. Snappy's deal yet to be put into play. And these are the fights Cloud9 wants. Shiro loves this at range with the rifle. Gotta think Snappy and Diha trying to orchestrate a double peek. They do, they swing wide, but Shiro's tucked himself behind the boxes. Snappy gonna close the gap. Shiro should know this. Rest of Cloud9 have overtaken the B bomb site. It'll be a 5th round for C9.
Hobbit planning it just to make sure that they don't delay on getting this one done with. And I mentioned it as well, CT sides were so impressive. Defensively strong for them in this event so far that, yes, just getting a few rounds, up to 5, totally putting themselves in a great position. They won't stop there. There'll be an investment from ENCE again in the next round, and they'll be building up toward a 4th loss bonus if even they lose that. So they'll be able to buy for the end of this half. But how much utility defensively are they going to have is the next question. And they're not going to be able to carry anything over from this round at all, as they're all in the grave at this point.
It's not going to be the prettiest buy in the world. They're going to be missing some things. And remember, they've really enjoyed that double op setup. They don't have the money for that either. Hades is going to pick one up, but he's going to have no armor. So there's one critical piece of equipment not in the hands of ENCE in this next round. Timeout called. This time by ENCE on the defense. And this time they want to make sure they can get back on top. It's been 3 rounds straight for Cloud9 to come back in this half.
First timeout called by ENCE. Bit more silence over on the Cloud9 side this time, and back underway. Coach is muted. And here we go.
That's so nice for Cloud9, though. 2 rounds they've been able to scrape together against just pistols. Nice and easy. 1 kit on Snax. And again, he wants to be aggressive. This time, no smoke slows him down. Pushing up. Ooh, a boost up. Snax knows there's 2. He's got Diha here with him. But they don't turn the corner. Not yet, at least.
This is for Polish Counter-Strike as well, having 3 pulls in this final.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, not one player on the stage has won an IEM event. That includes Snax, because the outliers kind of in 2014 was an EMS. Good play from Maden to take the opening pick, so good damage done, getting more aggressive toward A main than we've seen so far in this map.
This is an old school mid setup that we don't see too frequently. Off from Hades and connector towards top mid, but Diha's going to be the first one with contact. He's got that with ease. There's Hades protecting the stack. Exile pops up. This is huge, but Snax is there. Too many bodies for ENCE.
Yeah, that's the key, is they trade it back right away, because Exile really just needed to watch the underpass position. With Snax above, he could have watched top middle instead, but either way, they'll get away with it.
Yeah, that's dirty. And that's, I mean, that's a setup that's just designed to bust up the default of Cloud9, and it did its job just perfectly out of the timeout. Good call from Snappy and Saw. Nafany, the last one left, just lurking at the moment, seeing what he can find.
Nafany at the anticipation, but looked away. The nade's going to do it. See you later. Bye-bye, Hades. Take a timeout. See you in the next round. And that's concise as well, which means 100 HP still for Nafany. Oh, he wasn't anticipating 2 to still be there. Gets caught in transition.
That's great for ENCE. Out of the timeout, a very, very strong round. 3 players survive. They pick up the AWP. So that round a little bit desperate in terms of their utility, which is why they probably go into that mid stack, because they don't have the nades to slow things down. So they want to play in your face. This works wonderfully. Everything as designed. Hades protecting the 2 players pushed up. And now in this final round of the first half of the Grand Finals, ENCE's buy is very strong. Flush with utility now.
So it's a brawl for the final round of the half. Double digits potential for ENCE already, and Hades gets quick this time. Underpass AWP. Take that nade and stuff at the AWP with the opener and an Exile. Ooh. That's a lot of damage for him to take.
Oh no, that push is not necessary from maden. They had the man advantage, but Hades is going to give it right back to him. Double kill for the op of ENCE.
You're absolutely right, though. That push, you got the man advantage, you give it away. The setup is leaning toward middle right now, and there's no one at the extremities of the A site. Toward jungle, yes, But that's easily smoked off, so the rotation from B would have to go all that direction if they have to go to a retake situation on that side. However, they may not need to do that because they know there was one more toward the apartments. They already killed one top middle and in the underpass, so chances are they're posturing on the B site, which is why they were trying to shrink the map and got caught. Directly in the site is Snappy. Flank play though, this could be huge for Snacks.
Yeah, this brings back memories.
Does.
Tough part is Exile's just so low on HP. I don't know how you make this work. Nafany is going to have to pull something out again. And there's a timer on this, as we saw with Snacks. Pushing up the stairs just now. Exile and Nafany yet to exit and adds. Ooh, I was going to say a freebie.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say a freebie, but not at all. Snappy inside the site. Nafany low HP. He had to be perfect, and it's just too difficult. interz is bringing up Catwalk late, but he's got nothing to do.
What a reaction shot, but yes, put it low enough, made it easy for his teammate. interz, though, starts it well, knows where the bomb is.
17 seconds.
Anticipating the rotations, but he's got to go for it 17 seconds, and sometimes when you're pushed on the clock, that's the rounds you see Heroics arrive. Not this time. 10-5. It's ENCE in control after the first half. We'll take a break because when we come back, we'll settle the score in our first map of a potential 5-map series.
Hey Future Pros! On the niche map Mirage today with a pretty cool connector smoke you can throw from spawn. To throw the smoke, hop up onto the trash can where you belong. Crouch down and aim at the top right corner of the third wooden roof beam. Remain crouched and move forward and jump through the smoke just as your crosshair goes below this wire. This one is surprisingly not too hard to throw, but give it a bit of practice before you use it in the Grandfinals. Pretty useful for a cat rush, but I'll let you aspiring future pros decide how to use it best.
Yeah, we feel the confidence from the major and obviously Pro League before the major where we made finals, but obviously it's going to be a bit tougher now since we are playing with stand-in. And Spinks is kind of our superstar at the moment. He's performing the best in our team, so definitely it's going to be a bit harder, but I think Snacks is in general a really good player also, and he will bring a lot to the team, so I think we can perform as good as in Pro League and Major. Yeah, I think we are pretty confident even with Snacks, as I already said. I think he's just a really good addition to the team, and we have been practicing like 2 days with him before we came here, and he performed really good on the practice all the time. We also did as a team, so I think we can make it a good run also here with him.
Well, a miracle in mass was what Cloud9 did at the major in Boston, but this time it's going to have to be the dream in Dallas because they are coming from behind early on. A slow start, 10-5, but they go to the side that has favored them the most so far. They play defense. They'll start out CT now.
Yeah, a slow start, but they did just enough. Groove did a good job with the timeouts to get them back into this game. A nice little 3-round stretch there at the end just clawed them up to 5. So plenty of space for them to work with. And as you mentioned, these CT sides for Cloud9 throughout this blend, throughout these playoffs have been so powerful, so strong. They'll need it again here. Axal, Hobbit, and Nafany on the defense of the A bomb site. They're going to get a lot of action heading their way.
Hobbit already tucking himself into it. Close position at Sandwich. Could easily catch them off on the way by. He's going to need some utility support in order to do that, some distractions, and he gets it. They pull the attention. He goes back out, finds 2, despite having everyone staring him down and no one able to support fire through the smokes afterwards. They want to plant the bomb early. So they're going to try and do that. Shiro, though, is going to take advantage of the smokes placed for him. Exile pops out, reverse firebox the whole time, and he'll get 2 to close it out. They win the pistol.
Yeah, a sneaky pistol round with Exile in the position and Hobbit over towards Cubby. Just enough bait from the ticket booth as well to make sure that ENCE's attention will be there so that Hobbit can have time to get that first and second kill, so that Exile goes unchecked. Everything worked perfectly for Cloud9 here. Hobbit with his 2. Second one was nice, and a round he knew he was definitely going to be going down. And Axal with the easiest frags of his life. So 10-6, both teams win the pistol on their CT side.
And they'll go straight to SMGs. Interestingly enough, we don't see the UMP too often. I should say they, he, Nafany is the only SMG. But an interesting choice for him.
I like it. Let's get all of them.
Yeah, why not?
Well, second round buy from ENCE as well with that plant. 2 Deagles, 2 Galils, and a Tech 9. Slow and spread. Across the map, bomb is still dropped back towards T-spawn. Snacks and Snappy now starting to make their move towards middle. Up on top of the stairs, Hobbit spots presence. Shiro's gonna have a lot of action, but he's got Axel on catwalk to help him out if he gets into trouble. There's the first, and the second. He's in no trouble. He needs no help.
None at all, doubled up. Did the damage before he realized he was even shooting the second player, and then just put the final blow into him, final bullet in that direction. Hades behind the smoke is gonna fade off of this. A minute in the round, but nowhere to go at all. In it, says Hobbits, even from range, able to take out Dia. Hades with the Galil. Down in front of him. But 5 to find is not likely, and there's already going to be, as expected when he's stuck inside the cave, a rotation going around behind.
Ooh, and up on top. Nafany finds it with the UMP. Gonna swap out to the rifle, to the Galil. Cloud9 within 3. And this time, ENCE can't buy. No investment here, no plants. Not enough kills to try and keep up the pressure. They're just gonna have to sit around out. A few Deagles picked up.
Scary if Axel can get rolling the way that he did as well in the previous series.
Nothing crazy, they're just kind of cruising right now. They're just trucking along. Everything's going fine. Shiro with 13 kills, interz and Axal with 11 each. On the other side, it's Maden with 15, Hades 14.
Naturally, the team leading has the higher fraggers, but it's pretty even distribution among the teams. Snappy a bit further behind, but Shiro this time, and Nafany will add more to their totals. Maybe one from interz as well as he keeps spamming away toward that smoke at the B apartments. Dia waits for the reload before he peeks back out and tries to walk that direction. Snappy still just covering off the top side.
Ooh,
clean and concise.
Speaking
Not
of which,
bad from Snappy.
yeah, I was gonna say, he's got one right back. Cloud9's defense holding these angles. They're all rock solid at the moment. Individual talent of Cloud9 shining up against unarmored opponents. It's just Hades left. He does have the bomb. He needs one good shot. One good shot on an interz and he'd be able to get this bomb planted, but no idea where he is as of yet.
Checking with the Deagle, but lost track of him. You're absolutely right. Step out, make no mistake on the second one as well. That Galil finding 2 kills at B, and it's now a 2-round deficit that Cloud9 needs to make up. No longer are they half the rounds back, but the guns come out and ENCE can try and respond right now.
Yeah, this is the big one. Let's see what ENCE comes up with in the T side. Let's see what the game plan is going to be looking like early on. We know they can adapt, we know they can adjust, but what's plan A? Round number 19. ENCE nursing this lead, watching it dwindle. Hades and Maden towards top mid. Snappy Throwing out the mid-smoke late. Shiro steps in front of it. Molotov behind him. He might want to evacuate now. It's going to be extinguished by his teammate. A lot of faith in Nafany there. Nade comes, or excuse me, flashbang and nade come in. So Shiro getting shut down, but holding his angle until he's completely blinded. That's going to give Snappy the space to move forward.
Crosses by Connector with the smoke still down. Drive-by shots as he does so. It's Axile though that holds. Maden falls first. So the gun round going well for Cloud9 on the start, but they need to reposition on this because there could be a response quickly toward B.
Yeah, that was actually an important fight because they were trying to split this B bomb site. Now it's on. Axile's going to hold that as well with the kill on Catwalk on the mat, and he's able to fall back and actually support his teammate in the B bomb site itself.
Smartly done as well for interz to get that information early enough because Axile could have easily gone back to Cat or rotated off toward A if there was no one there. He was already in transition, having won his respective duel. They'll slow it down on ENCE side. Need a pick now if they want any chance back into this round. Snacks will get it, but not for free. It comes at the cost of 90 HP. Now they're still looking for a chance. He's spotted. But they also now that Snappy is in the mid window and got up there silently as well. So is there a boost? Are they looking for the second player?
Yeah, I mean, Snappy's just at least pulled them in this direction. He's making them have eyes on middle. Shiro has even rotated back into market, so back towards the B bomb site we go. Snacks with that low HP might move out first to give away the location of the defenders. Shiro has just come back. Perfect moment, perfect shot as well.
Doesn't mean he has to rebolt that AWP though. It allows the cross, but they're ready to cut that off with doubling up inside of the site, and even the lurk got shut down in the rotation from CT.
If that's the tactic ENCE is going to call there, Maden needs to be way more confident swinging off Catwalk for that fight. He needs to be way more assertive with that because Snappy actually got the information. He heard the shot first, he jumped up, saw the presence, and Maden just kind of hesitated around that. A little jiggle peek that gave Axile knowledge of where that fight was going to come from, and it's way too easy for him on defense. 10-9.
Within one. DE Airport calling, DE Airstrip. That's actually a map that, there's a throwback to 1.6 days.
CS 747.
There you go as well, yeah, not bad. Ooh, that gap. Axile wants to take advantage, needs to be careful. Doesn't get caught out by a secondary peek, but he'll back off the angle.
Here we go, pushes on.
He's confirmed his pistols as well, so he's already rotating back over. Doubling up from this catwalk position. They'll drop the bomb down in front of them. That'll give them great vision to hold against the running and the gunning, but not against Snacks. His AK, he nearly spun around in time to find Nafany, but Nafany makes his entrance known with a secondary kill on the Maden, and it's 10-10.
Those B hits, when they come out, it's all the opening kills are so critical. I mean, first kills are always important, but certainly if the first two players drop down like that, if Cloud9's able to get the first two kills on defense, there's no real strength in that hit. Nobody can wrap around the bomb site. You can't push forward at all, and it makes it very easy for Nafany. All tied up. A second timeout called by ENCE here as they want to talk things over on the T side. They are running flats. 5 rounds straight for Cloud9 to start second half on defense.
Yeah, they had a 4-1 run on their respective side, so this is actually the best start to a half so far, and the momentum certainly is shifting in this game when you go back and consider that it's 7 total in a row now for Cloud9.
What does ENCE come up with? Light buy in the previous round allows them to invest quite a bit going into round 21. Hades with an AWP, no armor on him. For ENCE, when they've hit some struggles yesterday in the semifinals, it was Maden who stepped up to provide openings, to breathe some life into the ENCE team. Once again, keeping things simple. Maden just lurking towards the B bomb site we go. Hades lining up with utility. This is going to be a timing hit, and that timing is right now.
Hades has been leading the way with utility damage, speaking of that, but we'll see if Cloud9 starts to stacking. Maybe starts at, oh man, so fast. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you ain't tracking that whatsoever, and Cloud9 is not even messing with this round whatsoever. ENCE are going to regain the lead.
So B has a bit of repetition right now, and perhaps there's something in that, and that will force Cloud9 to have to address that situation by either getting aggressive in middle early or putting more manpower on that side of the map, and obviously that opens up a potential A hit.
I mean, this just shows Snappy as an in-game leader, not afraid to take some risk, and obviously Snappy as an in-game leader, a lot of faith in his team to be able to go back to that, because Cloud9 have shut down those B hits a number of times already in this, and Snappy's saying, all right, they'll never expect us to come back to this again. They've shut us down twice emphatically. We're going to go right back at it. They find a round where there's just an Opera with no support, with nobody keep space, and that MAC-10 does its job.
And not only that, they do it so quickly that Cloud9 couldn't get the information that's allowed those rotations to work so well for them in the past, with Axile getting the kill out on Catwalk, rotating back in, interz as well, holding so successfully, like you say, not there that time, so they couldn't respond. And certainly one way to beat them. I think Snappy's reading that. He reads that the rotations are actually faster than their hits.
Yeah, well, now let's see what they've got after this. They finally kind of got their first round on the board. What can they do to build upon it? 11-10. 2 ops on the T side. Snax picked that up from Shiro, from his MAC-10 that he got the kill on in the previous round, and he said, you know what, why not? If it's going to be free, I'll take it.
Well, this is one of the things as well. How do you counter-strat a team with a stand-in who's going to pick up a double off that they don't normally see? It's a whole different look, so it's absolutely could catch them out if they're not expecting his positioning, especially T-side. Like you say, first shot through, Nafany gets lucky that clipped at the edge of the wall. You can see the bullet hole just on the right above the fence.
Yeah, very fortunate. Axile going to try and clear out that position, hoping nobody's lurking there, and he's exactly correct. Molotov ticks nobody. The other op is on Snax's hands. That's in Palace. Yet to make his play, stuck behind a smoke. Another one's going to come in, so Snax is going to be stalled out for a little bit longer. Mid-presence and mid-control for ENCE. Maden, Hades, and Snappy at top.
Snax with the second op. This is not a bad position to put it in as well, because if they head back over toward A, he can find a quick pick. Utility is going to be so important to keep his vision down, or it's going to have to be a perfectly timed push from Hobbit to cut off that op up close. Smoke in the window and a flash as well. They'll start to try and take over the connector now, and Snax is still not pushed up yet. He's still not really in position to capitalize, so no information from him. Axile. Is that going to spread? It will. He's going to burn. He goes down like a lovely Texas barbecue indeed. It's Shiro that has to rotate back off of this. His AWP in play. Where's Snax? He gets closer, so he's at least holding jungle and telling them they can walk out, but they aren't ready for Shiro's positioning because no one has faced towards CT. He's open to the position though. Snax, I was going to say, needs to strike now. He does exactly that. And Hobbit, the one in the reverse position, was heard the whole time. Snax knew he rotated that direction. Snappy shuts him down. Bomb is recoverable, and they will go ahead and try and plant that, but Nafany could cut it off. Timing on that smoke. Perfect. Here's him go for it. Does get the lineup just barely on the last shot, and it's going to make it extremely difficult with the 10-second timer now in play. And Snax is spotted. They know he's rotating back over to it. 6 seconds. He'll hold it for safety, but they'll wrap around. He gets the first, but no time on the second. interz will stay alive, and we've got an 11-11 score.
Whoa. That's so desperate for Cloud9. Throwing bodies into the mix. ENCE did such a great job of cracking over. That second off Snax, whole time waiting, pounced perfectly to take out Shiro. Hobbit had good position, and ENCE handles all of it perfectly, but the spam down to the plant inside the smoke was absolutely everything for Cloud9. From there, you can just throw bodies because there's no time for ENCE to work with. Tied at 11. ENCE changing the pace again. Here we are, fast up the A ramp, smoke at the top of it, but they don't care. Maden leading the way. Hobbit hiding inside the side, blinded at the worst moment. Maden beats that. Snax adds another one. Through the smokes we go, and the A bomb site is lost.
Cloud9 yet to take the lead in this game, and it might be the same again now as they tie us again on 11. Immediately, the pace is the call. Catch Cloud9 out because they can beat them so quickly with these takes, and the fearlessness of Snax as well to run through those smokes.
This is what's made ENCE so much fun to watch over the past few months. This kind of calling, this kind of gameplay, mixing things up fast and slow, changing the tempo on you. So brutal. Now, the unfortunate thing for ENCE is some of these rounds where they've gone fast-paced towards the P-bomb site where they got 2 kills and the round was over. Now, this one where fast-paced, they get the 2 kills. Cloud9's never wiped out of their economy. They never have to spend all their money to rebuy. So, I mean, even in victory, it's great. You're climbing up the scoreboard, but man, you would love to be able to break this C9 economy, but they're just playing it so smart. They know that these rounds are impossible to go for, so just keep the weapons in hand.
It's still tight, and it's still tense between both teams. Economy becomes a massive factor both ways as we get into the late rounds. But ENCE with that 1-round lead, that buffer. If you get to 13, break them 14, they're in the better position just as quickly as that. So, we need to be responding here from Cloud9. Yeah, we're just ripping through the round quickly here.
Yeah.
Playing it back.
Time lapse. Timeout called again. Another conversation needs to be had. This is ENCE. Pausing the game, getting Saw involved in the conversation. Timeout with a 1-round lead, but setting themselves up for the last few rounds of this opening map. Both teams have money, both teams have a buffer. Both teams can sustain a loss and be okay moving forward.
Lots of support, obviously. The new Cloud9 merch. It's Snacks. It's going to start it off again. Molotov as well as a nade for anyone that was inside of the cave. So they tickled them. They wanted to scratch in after, but Snacks not quite that close. Only takes 15 damage. He's not done there either. He's got Hobbit through his smoke. Meanwhile, Shiro does respond, but he's not going to be out of the woods yet. He didn't see him. He jumped straight into the AWP, and Shiro gets lucky to get away with pulling that gun and getting it ready in time.
That Molotov's not nearly as deep as Shiro would have liked. He's got to be cautious on the fallback, but he is going to get away. Well done from Cloud9. Aggression to throw in some chaos into the ENCE attack. They've got a one-man advantage. Oh, and Shiro and Axile can work together so well. Axile's going to be coming up the stairs at the perfect time. If Shiro can just spot it out, timing is everything.
He's looked off. He's looked off on it. The timing was in his favor, but then as soon as he backs away, my God.
Oh, but he still
just
doesn't
got
know.
away. He didn't call it. He didn't call it. He does turn around and get both. Never mind, the flank. Axile was there, but they didn't know. They almost got both caught off by looking the wrong direction, but instead Shiro has an excellent round on his hands right now. 4 kills for him. Maden, the last left, is at the top of middle with 46 seconds left.
That's an incredible transfer in a situation where you had no idea what was going on. He wasn't prepared for that whatsoever.
They're going to let him go. They're going to let him hunt this down.
He should.
Started the round on the AWP and switched over to the AK, excuse me, because knew he wanted to get the position to close this down.
Go get the ace in the grand final. Just go for it.
Not going to overextend, though, is he? He's being smart about it. He's being disciplined. They'll clear out window and ladder. And then, naturally, he will check top middle next. No, I take it back. 16 seconds. His position revealed now. Shiro's going back. Let's see if he can find the 5th.
Get it, baby.
I think he's just too slow. Maden's going to sneak away, but 4 either way is an excellent round at the exact time they needed for Cloud9.
Especially coming out of a timeout where you call an aggressive play as well. What a time to deliver with it. Off is even recovered. His buddy Axile picks that up and is going to drop it over. Spots the legs through the smoke. This was the wild one. Whoop. All right, we take that. We take that all day. And the incredible double kill spray down afterwards. Missed shot from Hades. It had to have been a quick shot. Couldn't have been perfect. No setup. Live in around 25, it's 12-12.
Smoke close corner on catwalk, but even if they want to try and use that to cross, the Molotov is there to make it an awkward situation, so they have to be a bit more patient. Nice timing on the flash, though. Axile couldn't catch them. Couldn't get that clean shot up the wall. There with a bit of utility as well. Hobbit's having more utility damage his total so far in this game.
Look at Snacks. Snacks is already challenging. Inter's in a little bit of a duel here. I don't think he realizes it. Axile's going to be coming off catwalk as well. Snacks just looking for the mistake, looking for someone to slide into his crosshair. Ooh, but he's punished from catwalk. The other angle. Snacks trying to create an opportunity. 5-on-4 for Cloud9's defense. They've been so good in this half. 7-2 run for Cloud9 since we switched sides.
And Shiro leading the way after that incredible 4K in the last round as well on 21. Snacks, interestingly, on 18, tied with Maden. So the stand-in stepping up as always. We see it so much that they're just given that freedom to play, and Snacks is such a good player with freedom.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're ever going to give anyone just complete freedom, carte blanche to do whatever he wants, it's Snacks. Let him go be that X factor. This setup is going to be so difficult to bust.
Interz holding. Utility waits to line up the shot and pops out to get the second as well. Free Fire knows they're there on the angle, but Maden gets the back instead. And they got the bomb inside of the site, but they haven't recovered it yet. And that puts Anthony closer, but not aware that Maden had snuck around and past the mouth of the catwalk. Hobbit back in position, though, and Shiro's up. Does he get there in time? Sees it, clips it through the edge of the pillar, but not down. He'll go to safety, but needs to be aware of nades. Fortunately for his sake, there's no nades to be thrown, and Hobbit catches out Maden, and it should be a pretty clean, cut, concise round, but Hades not done yet. That 5 HP might be enough on an AK if he can play out the time, if he can bait out Hobbit, but Hobbit sits and waits. And it's Cloud9 now with their first lead in the game, and it's late, 13-12.
The veteran, the experience, the guy they've relied on this whole way. What a 1v1 from Hobbit, just sitting and wait. Let Hades make his play. And a tribute from the crowd
And how nice is that to hear? This is a major winner that sat through a team, basically fell apart. The junior team, the youngsters team was the stronger of the two rosters. And suddenly they rise to the top and he's the one behind it all. And it's so nice to see him having it all come full circle with the amount of dedication he's put in toward Counter-Strike.
13-12, final timeout called by ENCE. One last chance to talk things over, one last chance to adjust and adapt. One last buy, in fact. ENCE gonna spend all their money. Cloud9 on the verge of breaking through. Started out slow in this game. At one point, down 8-2. Did just enough in the first half to give themselves some breathing room. They've taken advantage of it on the defense. As we said, CT sides for Cloud9 in the playoffs have been very strong, very effective. They're showing it again here on Mirage in the Grand Finals.
Smoke to the window. Snappy held out by way of the Flames. Up close, Hobbit is the one that has to be tasked. Finds the first, resets and hits the second, he can fall away. A rabbit down a hole, but a Hobbit found below it as Hades fires in. Job still done though, the damage is there. It's a 4-on-2 and Hades on 46 HP. They're trying to regroup, reset, and find a way back into this round with 1:20 left on the clock.
Hobbit is such a badass. What a great performance from him. The clutch and now this double kill to open up the round. That has shut down anything that's wanted to do out of the timeout on offense. Maden with the shot ringing out. He's going to step up during the reload. Shiro spots one more out. He can keep challenging though. He's going to be so confident with this op. Slowly clearing the angles. Nafany now here with him in case he gets into trouble.
Molotovs to cover off connection. In through adjusted position, caught in the air. Maden down, tried to jump for info. Wrong decision, and they're going to pay the price in this round as Exile pops out. 2-round lead and bye-bye economy. They'll have to force now if they want to deny overtime point.
Those are the rounds that Cloud9 are just so good at. They give you nothing. They give you absolutely nothing. 4 players alive, nobody peeking. They're saying, look, you guys have to commit to the bomb site. You guys come in, and this is that shot picked out of the sky. You love to see that from Shiro. 23 kills now for the Cloud9 sniper. Full buy for ENCE. Excuse me, not a full buy, they dropped down half. Mac 10 on Snappy. A little bit of reserves left in.
Snappy are looking at saw the coach behind, and obviously coaches can't interject, but pointing to the mic and a gesture toward his teammates, so perhaps they're having some communication issues and some tilt inside the team. And we'll find out if we get a chance to speak with them between this game. He might have this game on his own. 3 from Sandwich, he'll burn inside, but it's a roast well worth having. A dish served hot and spicy as Hobbit comes out with a lovely hat trick. And again, they're just finding 2 left as Exile puts it down to 1. And that will be found as well by his AK. 15 and map point, Cloud9.
Shiro's got him here. Shiro and Exile have got them to this point, and Hobbit is looking to close it. 1v1 clutch 2 rounds ago. Last round opens with a double kill. This round opens with a triple kill. Hobbit, the experienced player, shutting down ENCE late. 3 chances for Cloud9 to take a 1-0 lead in this grand final. And Nafany's loving it. He's living the dream right now.
Shiro set again with the AWP. Turret inside smoke, just hoping to catch one in behind the boxes as he has the lineup, nearly gets it through the wall, lined up correctly as well, but it's Exile instead that will snap on to Snappy with the AK and take him down with a headshot. That wants his AK instead. Clear out window with a Molotov. Nafany though sees that hand, sees that gun barrel, knows he has the angle, but a good run and a wide peek from Maden. And he has answered, but here comes Hobbit once again, doubling up again. He's up to 19 kills. He's almost caught Exile. He was at 10 4 rounds ago. He is on fire right now.
An encore for Hobbit. Snacks and Hades left to win a 2v3 for the map.
And Hobbit holds again. Could be a third. He's got it easy. Snacks goes down. It's all on to Hades to try and keep this one alive for ENCE. They had a 10-5 halftime scoreline, but they've only collected 2 rounds on the offense. C9 impenetrable once more. We saw it against FaZe. They could not find a way through, and Hobbit is looking for yet more. An encore indeed. He wants a 4th. He's closed it out. He's done it himself. What an outstanding performance from Hobbit from Cloud9, and they take the first map in the series.
Everything worked perfect. Everything worked perfectly for Cloud9. The timeouts were there in the first half. An impenetrable defense. ENCE couldn't figure it out. And Hobbit is a stud in Dallas. We're headed to a break. We've got the desk and map 2 coming up.